The annexation of Czechoslovakia is one of the last major events leading up to the start of World War II. For some years now, the Czechoslovakian company CKD had been manufacturing tanks. One of their designs, the LT-VS-38, was a conventional interwar tank. This newer tank design had come about when in 1935 the Czechoslovakian tank manufacturer was looking for a replacement for the LT-35 tank they were jointly producing with Skoda. The need for the new design came about for two main reasons. First of all, CKD felt there would be an incoming orders from the Czechoslovakian army for more new tanks, and secondly to fix the complex shortcomings of the 35T. The Czechoslovakians had also tried to export the tank to Britain, but it was later returned and unaccepted by the British Army. And then, in 1938, sacrificed by the policy of appeasement, Czechoslovakia was annexed by Hitler's Germany. By this time, the tank that would later become the Panzer 38T was fully designed and could be produced. Germany's generals saw massive potential in the model, mostly for its fast speed and small weight. It began to be produced, and over 1,000 models would be made. The tank started life in the German army under the name the LTM-38, but the name was later changed to the more well recognised Panzer 38T. The Panzer 38T performed well during the invasion of Poland in 1939. It was faster and better armoured than the Panzer 1s and 2s, with a maximum speed of 42 km an hour. Its only shortcoming, it was unable to engage any tank above a medium. After the loss of many Romanian R2 tanks, the Germans lent some 100 38T tanks to the Romanians. The Germans and Romanians were pressing these tanks into service during the invasion of the Soviet Union in 1941, but once the T-34s were being used by the Russians, the tank became outclassed. After the production of between 1,000 and 1,500 Panzer 38Ts, production ceased in favour of the Panzer 3s and 4s now being produced by the Germans. However, the chassis and some of the other components did continue production to fit models like the Marder 3 and also Hetzer 38T, both tank destroyers and self-propelled guns. German tank commander Otto Karius saw action in a 38T during the invasion of the Soviet Union.
It happened like greased lightning. Hit against our tank, a metallic crack, the scream of a comrade, and that was all there was. A large piece of armor plating had been penetrated next to the radio operator's seat. No one had to tell us to get out. Not until I had run my hand across my face while crawling in the ditch next to the road did I discover that they had also got me. Our radio operator had lost his left arm. We cursed the brittle and inelastic Czech steel that gave the Russian 47mm anti-tank gun so little trouble. The pieces of our own armor plating and assembly bolts caused considerably more damage than the shrapnel of the round itself.
As evident in the passage, the armour on the 38T was inadequate by 1941. And that is one of the main contributing factors that the 38T was eventually phased out of service on the front lines by the end of 1942. However, it did see use behind the lines for transporting goods, but apart from that, it was majorly absent from the battles. Its main use after its frontline service was its actions against the partisans of Europe, until, in an ironic twist of fate, it was used by the Slovakian uprising army during the takeover. However, further proving the outdatedness of the tank, the uprising did fail. The Panzer 38T was also exported to Peru for a short time. In 1935, a Peruvian mission came to Europe to seek new tank designs, and by 1938 to 1939, the tanks ordered from Czechoslovakia had been shipped out to Peru. They were used well in the Ecuadorian-Peruvian War in 1941, spearheading the attack across the Zarumilla River and the Arenelas. This was also helped by the fact the Ecuadorian army had no modern anti-tank guns, and their artillery was still horse-drawn. Just like in the invasions of France and Poland, the 38T performed well, and it remained in frontline service for more than 50 years. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment on this video, like it and subscribe to the channel. All the support is much appreciated. Also, please check out the Kickstarter, to which a link is provided in the description. See you in the next video.